What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Salandia Hammond here, aka Suham Baby, and you are watching us live on another episode of the Suham Show. Well, hey, today is no different. We have another electrifying guest, an entrepreneur. The only difference is he's a baby. He's only 17 years old, y'all. But we're excited to have him here because he is 17 and he is making a difference in his community. Marquese Butler, welcome to the Suham Show, bro.
Thank you, Miss Suham.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So listen, take about 2 minutes and tell people who you are and a little bit about what you do.
Well, first off, my name is Marquese Butler. I'm 17 years old and I'm a senior at Lake City High School. And I'm also the owner of the Clean and Shine Mobile Wash here in Lake City. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Clean and Shine Mobile Wash is, the Clean and Shine Mobile Wash is a mobile car wash and detailing business that I started at the beginning of this year. One thing that motivated me to become an entrepreneur is applying for so many different jobs and not getting any feedback, So that motivated me to start my own business. So with starting my own business, I had to think of some things. One thing was, what do I like? What are some of my hobbies? What are some that I know that I wake up every morning and, have fun doing? So I immediately thought of it, cleaning cars, detailing cars. I started off cleaning some of my family member cars. I brought my first car at the age of 15, and I would always clean it every weekend.
Wow, man, you actually went deeper into the questions I was going to ask you, but that is so dope. You hit something that really struck a nerve with me. You said you always knew you wanted to be an entrepreneur. You started out because you couldn't get hired at other jobs. It's funny, like a lot of times the things in life that we think are setbacks are really setting us up to live the life that we're supposed to live. So I tend to think that the reason you didn't get those jobs is because you were supposed to create jobs. You were supposed to create your own business, therefore create jobs and employ other people, even though you're only 17 years old. But you said you thought about what would you want to get up to do every day and what do you enjoy? And you answered those questions, and that's how the business came about.
Right.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. Because and the reason why that is so paramount is because we do not want to start businesses that we are not in love with. That's how I feel. Because if you don't feel like waking up every day and you don't get joy from it, you're probably not going to continue the business year after year after year, even when it's not making money, right? Because you have those ups and down seasons, and especially with the car wash business. So, which leads me to my next question. What do you do in your off seasons? Are you still running the business like in the winter months when people may not be getting as many car washes? They probably still want it detailed inside though.
Right. Actually, and yes, I am because even though it's cold, you still have people who want to ride clean.
Yeah.
So that's how I
Don't
look
be
at it.
riding dirty. Can't be riding dirty.
Right. And usually when I'm during the off season and when I have some free time, I'm either thinking of ideas of how I can grow my business, doing some research of other business ideas that I can maybe start.
Dude, you are a different type of being. 17 years old, most people are not even consumed with starting a business, man. They're about having fun, going to the prom, going to the football, basketball games. And you're sitting here telling me on your off days, you're looking at how you can grow your current business and researching other businesses that you can invest in. So, with that being the case, tell me something. What is or what are some of your big dreams, some of your big goals?
Um, my biggest goal is to be a big business owner. I want to be an entrepreneur, be the CEO of a huge business one day. Um, Either being a doctor or just owning a huge business. But I know for a fact that I want to own my own business.
Awesome. Well, you own your own business now, but you just want to take it to another level.
And
I see. Go ahead.
right, I want to take it to another level. I feel like the car wash, it's a start. And now that I got it started, I'm never going to let it go. I'm going to always continue it. But at the same time, I can see myself doing something even bigger.
When I first met you, I think it was earlier this year, you were speaking on a platform that Ms. Zandra McNair had put together for children in foster care. And I was
Right.
really moved by you because, I was really moved by your speech. And one of the things you said was another reason you started your mobile car wash business is because you were not equipped to get a building and the building permit and the business permit to do that business. So instead of allowing that to stop you, you went an alternate route. Can you elaborate on that? Because, and the reason why I want you to do that is I want people who are watching this to understand that there are many, as they say, many different ways to skin a cat. So if one avenue doesn't work, take a different one. So could you elaborate, share that story with my viewing audience?
Right. So what happened was my granddad has a shop here on 52 in Lake City, South Carolina, and I started off cleaning cars there. I would wake up every Saturday morning, go out there early, and and I made a couple of mistakes, but later on down the road, I realized it. And one of those mistakes was on some of those Saturday mornings, I would wake up and go out there and just have, the car wash soap and to clean cars with. I didn't have any signs up letting the traffic that's riding by know that it's the car wash that's going on. But I realized that. So as time went by, I had a sign up saying that it's a car wash. So I would get cars coming, every now and then. But so I started getting enough cars to the point where, I told myself like I'm running a business, but it's like I want to get more professional with it.
Right.
So I thought about a business license because I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I thought about a business license.
You're 17 freaking years old. What do you know about a business license? I love this. Keep going. Keep going.
Business license. My mentor, Dr. Tyrone Wallace, chiropractor here in Lake City. I go and speak with him once a month. I asked him, who could I go talk to about a business license? He told me to go to the city hall here in Lake City and ask to speak with Mr. William Howe. So that same day after I left his office, I went to the city hall to spoke with Mr. William Howe. He told me everything with running a business at a building. So when he was telling me those things, I realized that my granddad's shop on 52, it was not up to date for that yet.
Mm.
So Mr. William House say what he would recommend to me is that I sit down and talk to my granddad about it. So I happened to sit down and talk to my granddad about it, and I guess some things just didn't work out. So I said this is what I love. This is what kind of business I want to start off with first. So how could I go about it? So I started doing some research, and I came up with an idea. I said, well, what if I start this car wash where I go out to the people and
Yeah.
clean. So then that's when I typed in. I didn't really know too much about a mobile car wash. So during that time, I was calling it delivery car wash, knowing that I go out to you. So I typed in on YouTube delivery car washes. How can I start a delivery car wash? And then it popped up a mobile car wash, and then that when all the good ideas started coming in, and I got to where I am now.
Man, I love that story, and I just had to have you share that because there's so many different nuggets in that story. It's doing business the right way. Uh,
Mhm.
when met with obstacles, don't give up. Find an alternate route. Number three, research different ideas. Number four, get out there and test the waters, see what works and doesn't work. You realize, yeah, I'm set up here, but I don't got no signs, so people don't even know who I am. So there's so many different nuggets in there. And then number five is perseverance and persistence because you could have given up. And then number six is you found a mentor. So, dude, that story has so many different nuggets. You need to share that on every platform that you go because it has a lot to offer. Now, I got some notes written here, so I wanted to make sure I really tapped into your mindset because, like I said, I'm amazed by the things that you're doing at such a young age, and you're still in high school. Is this your last year?
Yes, ma'am. I am a senior.
And do you play sports or?
Yes, I play football.
So you play football, and I remember you saying that you were maintaining great grades, and you're also going out and speaking different places. Can you tell us some of the places you've spoken to or been invited to come to? Because I've been watching you on Facebook, and I tell you, you are all over the place between your business, between sports, between speaking. So tell us some of the places you've spoken to. How are you active in the community?
Well, some of the places I have spoken to was I once went back to my old elementary school, Main Street Elementary, and spoke to the gentlemen's club there through Mr. Jerry State, and um I also spoken. My biggest spoke that I did was at Business Week this summer at Presbyterian College. I spoke in front of a crowd of 200 plus, and I spoke on my business and I gave some motivational tips. And so basically with that, I was nervous. I won't tell you no lie. I was scared. But before the first day arriving at the business week, we had this introduction ceremony. And during the introduction ceremony, the speakers were saying, this week is all about stepping out of your comfort zone. And
Yes.
and when the speaker said that, I feel like she was speaking directly to me. So that's when I had in my mind, I said, I got to get up in this talent show and talk on my business and give these tips because it's what I really want to do. I wanted to do it so bad, but at the same time, I was scared and I was nervous. So I put my mind to it. Come Wednesday, we had talent show auditions. I went up there, and that's when I felt more comfortable with it. And came that next night, the talent show was there, and I went up there and did my thing.
Man, that's amazing. You know, to be 17 years old and speaking in front of 200 plus persons, we have people who've been speaking for years and they haven't spoken to that many people. So I commend you for that. That's awesome. But I got to dig a little bit deeper, man. How are you able to do all this, juggle this between schoolwork, between sports, and doing your business?
Um, well, me with my mindset, it's all about how bad you want it
Ooh,
because where I came up from, I feel like I got a reason. I definitely got a reason that I'm doing all this, and I wake up every morning, with it on my mind, like how am I going to get better? How can I get closer to my dream? So it's all about how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you will make these sacrifices. You'll wake up early and go to sleep night. You'll lose sleep some nights if you really want it.
wow, I love that. Tell me something because you spoke mindset, and a lot of people your age are not familiar with that terminology. Do you listen to a lot of motivational speakers? And if you do, who are some of the people who inspire you and that you listen to, that you follow?
Right. And actually, every night I listen to E.T., the hip hop
I
preacher.
thought so.
E.T. is one of the dopest motivators I know, and he like he's so aggressive when he's speaking. It'll touch you in such a way.
He's very passionate. And I like the fact that you listen to him every night before you go to sleep. I tell people that the two most important times to listen to audio or to watch video or to read a book or to state affirmations is in the morning and at night. And I would venture to say that at night is probably for me the most important because as I'm falling to sleep and I'm listening to this audio, these positive words, these affirmations, they are reprogramming my mind and my subconscious. Even though we're sleeping, our subconscious mind is still working, so we're processing this. And so we're retraining our brains and getting acclimated with success. And so I love that. Hey, listen, continue to pump that in your community because like I said, we're both from rural areas. You're from Lake City, I'm from King Street. We're in the state of South Carolina, and we already know what we're dealing with here. So when
Right.
I came across you and just the things that you're doing, not only just the things that you're doing, you're actually your way of being. Your way of being is just so magnetic to me because you're focused. And I see so many people, not just young people, but older people, because I was one of them, that are not focused. They're wandering. And so when I came across you and seen how focused you were and how you were juggling all these things and how you were making it successful, I was like, whoa, I gotta talk to this kid. I gotta find out what he's doing because I need to do more of what you doing. Now I gotta ask you one more thing. Um, what's been your biggest accomplishment to date? Because you've done a lot of things. What would you say is the biggest thing the thing that you're most proud of to date? To date, because we know you're gonna do some bigger things.
The biggest thing that I'm most proud of today was my transition on how I came from this bad kid that I was into this intelligent young man that I am today, and that's owning a mobile car wash business and motivational speaking. So I would say that whole transition is my biggest accomplishment.
When you say bad, like what were you into? What was going on?
Um, it was crazy. When I say bad, I was once this kid who would get in trouble on the first day of school. And I know it's almost sound impossible, but I was one of those kids who would get in trouble on the first day of school. And I was one of those kids who would disrespect teachers, you know.
No
I was
way.
I was one of those kids who had a
Mm-hmm.
quick, and it didn't take but so much to get me upset and just go crazy, you know. So I changed a lot, and I think about it sometime, and I have fellow classmates ask me, "Well, Marquise, what made you change?" I was like, having my mom and my aunt wake up early mornings, having to come pick me up from school, having to leave work, come get me from school, you know. I had this friend, and all he was doing was setting me up. And I'll never forget this. My fourth grade school year, I switched schools and went to another elementary school. And that whole summer, you know, I'm a little nervous. I'm thinking about how is it going to be, you know, because I barely knew people there. Don't get me wrong. I mind you that I have heard of some people. So the first day of school came, you know, I was escorted to class, and I was like the last person to walk into class. And when I came into class, I seen a bunch of people, you know, socializing and having good conversations and laughing. So it was like when I arrived at the class, it was like all eyes on me. Like, who is he? So I walked into class. I thought it was gonna be hard for me to meet any friends, but actually the first person I met was this guy, and I'll never forget his name. So every day we would get closer and closer, and before you know it, we would start hanging out after school, riding our bikes around town, and it just got a little too worse. You know, it got to the point where we started having too much fun together, and he was setting me up, and I didn't realize it.
No.
So, in other words, I would be the one who get in trouble, and he wouldn't. You know, I did a lot of stuff that I regretted with him.
Wow. So for somebody, somebody who's watching right now, whether it be a mother or a father who's dealing with a child who may be acting out, or maybe some teenagers or someone who's dealing with peer pressure right now, or maybe following the wrong crowd, can you give a word of advice to them, please?
Um, my word of advice would be to the child.
Yeah, to the child. Yeah, let's give it to the child.
Okay, my word of advice to the child is to be, you know, just think about the negative that you put in your mom through, that you put in your family through, you know. Just think about it, because when I thought about it, you know, it got to a point where I realized, like, why would I not want anything in life? Why would I want to
Mm,
be in life, you know?
mm.
Well, I thought about that, and it was like the only route was to the top. You know, the only route was to be successful and have something going for myself. Because my biggest fear, you know, is to be 30 years old and not have anything going. You know,
Woo! Say that one more again. Your biggest fear is what?
my biggest fear is to be 30 years old and not have anything going for myself.
Wow. And here you are at 17 and you have everything going for yourself. One of the biggest things that you have going for yourself is a great mindset. And once you can get yourself mentally in shape, then you can navigate the course of your life. Continue to listen to ET, the hip hop preacher, and whoever else you're listening to, your parents, and anybody that's influencing you in a negative way. But I always like to say, people that are doing negative things, I don't even want to say negative things, people who are doing things that are not advancing their lives, we can learn from them too. We can always learn what not to do. So
Right.
definitely what not to do. Let me ask you this. And I don't know, what would you get? What advice would you give parents who are dealing with kids that are like that? Would you tell them to be patient? What would you say? Just continue to pray for them, talk to them.
Um, yeah, I would definitely say continue to pray for him, continue to talk to him. I have realized that you have some kids who it seems like when you tell them something, it go in one ear and goes out the other. But I feel like sooner or later in life, they gonna realize, you know, either it's, you know, some of their best friends changed up on them and went on and did great things, and they realize that they all this time they have done nothing. So
Wow.
I really do feel like it gonna come to a point in life where they realize, you know, that they have to step their game up a notch. You know, for some people, it may be too late,
Right.
but for others, you know, it may be just in time.
cool. I know I said I didn't have any more questions, but I do. I lied. So listen, real quick, tell me real quick something that you absolutely love.
Something that I absolutely love. That's something that I absolutely love is all of the positive feedback and saying that Marquise, I'm so proud of you and the young man that you've become today. It means a lot to me because it let me know that my hard work is paying off and that it's noticed. That people is really like seeing like my everyday effort, like my daily routine that I'm putting into my life.
All right, tell me what success means to you.
Success to me means um I think I have more than one meaning for success. But success, if I had to define success, success would be like I said earlier, waking up early mornings, going to sleep late at night for what you're passionate about, no matter how big the obstacles is, no matter what people say about you, no matter what happened, like you're gonna keep going. Like even though there's days you're gonna want to quit, you're gonna want to give up, even if there's no one there for you to talk to but yourself, you're gonna keep going.
Gotcha, gotcha. Marquise, real quick, in 60 seconds, for someone right now who may be wanting to start a business but they are afraid, or some kid right now who may be out there in some crazy crap, give some motivation. Kick 60 seconds of motivation for me real quick.
Okay, so check this out. For anyone who's out there in some crowd who's wanting to change their life around, I'm challenging you and I'm encouraging you right now, to think of some things you love doing. Think of something you're passionate about. Think of some of your hobbies. Ask yourself, what can I do to become a better person? Can I either starting your own business, going out, finding a job, getting serious with your schoolwork, or finding a girlfriend, someone that's going to be there for you, and someone that have the same mindset or a positive mindset that's going to lead you to victory.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Tell everybody real quick how they can find you, how they can patronize your business.
Okay, well, my personal Facebook page is Marquise Butler. My business page on Facebook is Clean and Shine Mobile Wash. I'm also on Instagram at Marquise Butler, on Twitter at Marquise Butler. And if you ever want to reach out to me to schedule a car wash appointment, you can get at me by calling 843-598-0504.
All right, I love it, love it, love it, man. Thank you so much for gracing our show and sharing your expertise and man, just giving us some insight into what it is to be a young entrepreneur and how to overcome obstacles and live your dreams at such a young age. So, listen, we're gonna get you back on here real soon, but thank you so much for being a part.
Okay, thank you.
No worries, no worries. And to everyone who's listening, thank you so much for tuning in. I ask you right now to share this interview so that we can help to inspire the masses. Because as you know, at the Suham Show, our goals is to influence everyone to live, love, learn, and laugh, to not quit, but to follow their dreams to success. And in order to do that, we need your help. So share this interview. In closing, guys, remember to live your lives. We love you. Peace out. See you on the next interview. We out, ya.